Welcome, everyone, to today's deep dive. We have a really fascinating set of notes to unpack today, focusing on a concept called the quiet luxury of time.
Yeah, it's such a brilliant concept. Really makes you rethink things.
It really does. And I want to mention right up front, because this topic is so thoughtful, we're going to keep the pace of this discussion really comfortable.
Right.
We want to use clear, accessible language. So this is perfect for you if you're a listener focusing on improving your English comprehension, while still exploring some really big, profound ideas.
Absolutely. It's a heavy topic, but
Yeah.
taking our time with it is exactly the point.
Yeah, exactly. So to jump right in, I want to start with this incredibly powerful quote from the source material.
Oh, I know the one.
It says, "In the early 21st century, busy was a badge of honor. In 2026, busy is a symptom of a poorly designed life."
I mean, wow, that single quote it completely reframes our relationship with our own calendars, doesn't it?
It hits hard.
It does, because we live in this era of just 2,047 availability. Like, everyone expects you to be reachable at all hours.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because the core problem here isn't just that we're busy. The notes argue that our attention has become the actual product being sold.
Yes,
Oh.
that is the fundamental shift.
Right. So reclaiming your time is no longer just a simple lifestyle choice, like deciding to take a walk instead of watching TV.
No, it goes way deeper than that now.
It is the retrieval of human sovereignty. It's about taking back control.
Exactly. And to understand how we lost that control, we really have to look at how society tricks us into giving our attention away.
Right.
The notes introduce this specific phrase for our English learners, the commodification of attention.
The commodification of attention. Okay, so what does that mean in plain English?
Basically, it means treating human attention as a raw material, like something to be bought and sold on the market.
Oh,
Yeah. So in our digital economy, even your silence, your stillness, that is all being commodified. The system looks at you just sitting quietly and sees lost revenue.
that is so wild to think about. I kept picturing this as an invisible factory.
An invisible factory. I like that.
Yeah, like we are all walking around inside it. And if our attention is the raw material, let's say it's like coal or lumber, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Then every single app on your phone, every little notification, every ping, those are just mining machines.
Oh, that's a perfect analogy.
And those machines are constantly running, trying to extract that raw material from us.
And the emotional toll of that extraction is just massive.
Right.
The notes point out this very specific psychological result, which is that we feel this immense guilt if we aren't constantly, optimized.
Right. If you're not producing something, you feel like you're failing.
Exactly. We start treating ourselves like machines.
Totally. We just expect to plug ourselves in, execute a task list, and never overheat.
But the reality is, human beings are not machines.
No, we definitely aren't.
We require what the text calls circadian rhythms. We have natural ups and downs. We need idle time.
And that brings us to the second key phrase from the text, right?
Yes. Idle curiosity.
Idle curiosity.
Which simply means curiosity that exists strictly for its own sake, without any need to be productive or monetized.
Just exploring something because you want to.
Right.
But wait, let me push back on this for a
So,
second.
go for it.
Because society constantly tells us that being optimized is the goal. Isn't being optimized a good thing? I mean, isn't idle curiosity just a fancy excuse for procrastination? Like, you're just wasting time?
Well, what's fascinating here is that we have to look at the fundamental nature of time itself.
Okay.
Time is our only non-renewable resource. You could always make more money, but you cannot make more time.
That's true.
The text talks about these things called gold hours.
Gold hours, like the time of day when you are at your absolute best.
Exactly. Your peak energy, your sharpest focus. And if you spend those precious gold hours just responding to random pings and digital demands.
Letting the mining machines run.
Right. If you do that, you aren't being productive. You are effectively selling your soul for digital noise.
Selling your soul for digital noise. Wow. That's a chilling way to put it.
It's blunt, but it's accurate.
So if our gold hours are constantly under attack by all this noise, the whole idea of what makes someone successful has to change.
It completely flips.
Here's where it gets really interesting. In the past, the upper class was defined by what they owned.
Right.
Big houses, fancy cars.
Highly visible wealth.
Yeah. But the notes argue that in 2026, the real upper class isn't defined by material goods at all.
No, it's defined by their ability to disconnect.
Yes. The ultimate status symbol is what you can protect from the noise.
Exactly. And the text gives us two final, really empowering phrases here. The first is to reclaim one's agency.
Agency. So taking back the power to act and make choices for yourself?
Precisely. You decide where your focus goes, not the algorithm.
Right.
And the second phrase is time sovereignty.
Time sovereignty. I love that term.
It's the fundamental right to decide how your own time is spent, establishing borders around your calendar.
It is so ironic, isn't it? The ultimate freedom today is just the ability to let a thought finish without being interrupted.
It's a rare luxury now.
So how do we actually get that back? The text mentions a specific strategy, right?
It does. It emphasizes the importance of protecting white space.
White space, meaning just empty blocks on a calendar.
Exactly. Hours with absolutely nothing scheduled. No meetings, no tasks, no screens.
But people hate that. When people see an empty block, they immediately try to fill it.
Well, that's the factory logic talking.
Right. Right.
But the notes explain that these empty spaces aren't wasted time at all. White space is actually where the most profound human growth happens. It's where your brain synthesizes all the information it's absorbed.
That makes so much sense. If you're always consuming, you never have time to actually process any of it.
Exactly. You need that silence.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
You really have.
The main takeaway is that your attention is incredibly valuable. You are not a machine. And true luxury today means reclaiming your agency so you can protect those empty, beautiful calendar blocks.
Couldn't have summarized it better myself.
Before we wrap up, do you have a final thought to leave everyone with?
I do, actually. A question to ponder long after you finish listening.
Okay, let's hear it.
If you successfully claimed 1 hour of true, uninterrupted white space tomorrow, an hour where no one could buy your attention, would you even know what to do with that freedom? Or has the digital noise made the silence feel intimidating?
Oh, man. That is quite the question to end on. Thank you all for joining us on this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.